Come out Saturday, May 10th to the Ozark Riverways Foundation Rendezvous on the Ridge at Big Rock Candy Mountain, just south of Jadwin. Starting at 9 a.m., spend a day celebrating history through demonstrations, crafts, and music. Mule jumps at 1 p.m. and the K Brothers in concert at 6 p.m. Come celebrate the history of the Upper Current River. For more information, follow Ozark Riverways Foundation on Facebook. See you at Big Rock Candy Mountain on May 10th.
Are you a renter that has always dreamed of owning your own home but aren't sure where to start? Town & Country Bank can help. With our local lending team, Town & Country Bank has been helping renters make their dreams come true by giving them the tools they need to own their very own home. I'm Andrew Wynn with Town & Country Bank. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. Today will be sunny early, but will become mostly cloudy later today. Should have a high temperature near 66 with north winds 5 to 7 miles per hour. We have mostly clear skies in the forecast for tonight with low temperature around 43 with calm winds. Then tomorrow, clouds will be increasing. We should have a high temperature near 73 degrees and light southeasterly winds with wind chill values early tomorrow morning as low as 44 degrees. Tomorrow night, we have a 50-50 chance of showers after midnight with mostly cloudy skies, low around 51. Light southeasterly winds will be in effect tomorrow night. Then Wednesday, 50-50 chance of showers continues with mostly cloudy skies and a high temperature near 68 degrees. Winds will be out of the east at 5 to 7 miles per hour. We expect mostly cloudy skies Wednesday night, low around 52. Then Thursday, a 50-50 chance of showers during Thursday afternoon with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 72 degrees. We do have a chance of showers before 1 a.m. Thursday night with mostly cloudy skies, low around 49. Then Friday should be mostly sunny with a high near 70 degrees. Friday night, we expect mostly clear skies, low temperature around 44. Then Saturday should be sunny with a high temperature near 74. Skies will be mostly clear Saturday night with a low temperature around 49 degrees. And Sunday, sunny skies are in forecast for Sunday as well with a high temperature near 78 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Gangs of activists in this country are using words and phrases reminiscent of those used during another time in America's history. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. The temperance movement early in the 20th century targeted alcoholic beverages. The temperance movement underway now targets not only alcohol, but meat, milk, eggs, genetically engineered plants, and any food or drink deemed to be unhealthy by uninformed, well-funded activist groups. It was in 1917, after the U.S. entered the First World War, that President Woodrow Wilson instituted a temporary wartime prohibition in order to save grain for producing food. I cannot count the number of times I've heard a similar argument from animal rights activists suggesting we should stop feeding grain to livestock that will be harvested for human consumption. Picture with me, if you will, a small shack far from the beaten path in rural Pike County where carnivores slip in from the dark of night to enjoy a medium-rare beefsteak. Perhaps race car drivers like Kevin Harvick and Austin Dillon could be enlisted to carry that contraband from the grill hidden behind the barn to the church basement for Sunday's clandestine family night activities. It goes without saying that prohibition was a failure of epic proportions. Lost jobs and tax revenues directly associated with the manufacture, sale, and transport of alcohol to an overall decline in sales of clothing and household goods, a drop in dollars spent at restaurants and other entertainment venues. Many in the temperance movement of the early 1900s believed they possessed a moral superiority over those who supported an adult American consumer's right to choose to drink or not to drink alcohol. Many in today's temperance movement possess a similar arrogance. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents. For years, subscribers have relied upon Brownfield's Agriculture Today e-newsletter as a daily source of ag news and information. Now there's an audio program as well. The daily wrap-up highlights the day's news and market movers and includes updates on crop and livestock prices, market trends, weather conditions affecting agriculture, and major news events or policy changes that impact the industry. It gives farmers and ranchers, traders, and industry stakeholders the information they need to make informed decisions and stay current with the evolving agricultural landscape. The long-form program airs on the Agra America streaming channel and is offered as a podcast in the Agra America podcast repository at agraamerica.com. Brownfield's Agriculture Today e-newsletter is a free daily email publication delivered to subscribers' email inboxes Monday through Friday. Sign up for free at brownfieldagnews.com.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yields, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate, paid for by Bayer.
At $214 to mostly $218, $5 to $6 higher than the prior week's weighted averages. Dress business in the north had a wide range from $240 to $252, mostly $250, which was $8 higher than the previous week's weighted average basis in Nebraska. At the winter livestock auction in Kansas, steers 350 to 800 pounds were $15 to $20 higher, with spots of $30 higher. Feeder steers 800 to 1,000 pounds were $5 to $8 higher. Feeder heifers 650 to 975 pounds were mostly $2 to $4 higher, but there were spots of $20 higher on thin-fleshed and fancy heifers. The USDA says demand was good. Medium and large one feeder steers, 861 to 899 pounds, brought $278 to $290. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 904 to 934 pounds, brought $255 to $264. Box beef closed mixed with light to moderate demand for moderate offerings. Choice down 23 cents at $342.90. Select closed $1.07 higher at $325.35. Estimated cattle slaughter was 87,000 head, down more than 32,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed lower with a fairly light negotiated run. Processors likely had most of their needed numbers on hand. Global demand for U.S. pork outside of China has been strong, but there are concerns about the potential long-term trade disruptions, especially as the tariff conversations continue. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Direct were 88 cents lower with a weighted average of 91.51, and the Western Corn Belt closed 68 cents lower with a weighted average of 92.29. Pork values were higher, up $1.92 at 98.38. Butts were sharply higher, and the estimated hog slaughter was 480,000 head, up about 20,000 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were up on the week's stronger cash business, and lean hog futures into the day higher, supported by sharply higher pork values during the session. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Farming's hard. To feed the world, farmers have to work the land, brave the elements, and fight the battle against weeds. Weeds reduce crop yields, so prices go up and everybody gets less to eat. But 50 years ago, farmers got a new tool to fight weeds, glyphosate. It kills weeds while protecting the harvest. Time and again, it has been approved by the EPA and by leading regulatory bodies around the world. It helps enable practices that reduce erosion and keep soil healthy, which is good for the earth. Farming's hard, but it's a little easier with glyphosate. Learn more at go.bayer.com/glyphosate, paid for by Bayer.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 50 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Emma Rebecca Williams of Cherryville passed away Saturday, May 3rd at the age of 90 years. Funeral services for Emma Rebecca Williams will be Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation for family and friends of Emma Williams will also be on Wednesday, starting at 11 in the morning and continuing till service time at 2 o'clock. Entry will be at the Martin Trask Cemetery, Cherryville, Missouri. And all arrangements for Emma Rebecca Williams of Cherryville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 50 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, where you need to check it out at KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Dent County Commissioners met this morning at the courthouse. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said grading would be done on Dent County roads 2430, 4220, and 5630, while brush should be cut on County Road 5380. He also said culvert work was going to be done in various locations. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams said his crew would be adding rock and grading Dent County roads 3190, 3200, and 4390, while only grading would be done on County Road 4380. Williams said crew members would be picking up County Truck number 126 from Knapheide in Jefferson City. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said MoDOT has announced $16.5 million are available for TAP grants for hiking and biking trails, sidewalks, and other alternative methods. Contact Kelly Sink at MRPC if interested at 573-265-2993. Larson also said MRPC will be holding an informational meeting to discuss disaster relief grants from the tornado damage. That meeting to be on May 7th, but he wasn't sure if that was for those counties that were listed for state and federal assistance. Dent County Collector Angie Curley said her office balanced with the collector and assessor for the month of April on all collections, add-ons, and abatements. She also said her office balanced with the treasurer on all monthly accounts for the month of April. Curley also said people should start receiving their voter registration cards in the mail, and if they don't receive one by May 15th, call the county clerk's office at 573-729-4144. Dent County Emergency Management Director Derek Marfitt came in to give the commission an update on the FEMA reimbursement and claims. He said May 15th will be the last day the county can submit a loss or damages that needs to be included in the county FEMA road and bridge claims. Marfitt said he and FEMA officials inspected every road in Dent County as part of the FEMA Quality Control Program. Marfitt said He has everything ready to go and will submit it provided there are no more damage claims. But when the commissioners ask about reimbursement, that will not happen until FEMA considers each claim as a finished project. City of Salem City Administrator Sally Burbridge was in attendance, and the commissioners were asking about the light poles and fixtures that the city was using for the TAP grant to improve the sidewalks. Burbridge said she didn't have the exact cost with her, but said it ran around $25,000 per half block for the poles and fixtures, which did not include installation. She also said the city had two sizes of poles, 20-foot poles at the 4th Street and Highway 19 intersections, and 14-foot poles on the streets that also featured flag and banner holders. The commissioners said they wanted to match what the city was doing on their TAP grant for new sidewalks around the courthouse, and that included the light poles, but wanted to know who was responsible for the new poles, the city or the county. The old specs by Great Rivers Engineering had the old poles being removed and reinstalled for $1,000 each for the 8 poles, but they later said that couldn't be done because of the construction of the poles. Burbridge suggested a possible cost share between the city and county, but told the commissioners to have Great Rivers Engineering get with her, and she would also provide them with actual pricing of the poles. Dent County Collector Shannon Bankirk told the commission she mailed out 102 parcels for delinquent tax payments and that those parcels will be going to the tax sale. Bankirk said people will have until no later than June 30th to have those tax parcels paid up. The next meeting of the commissioners will be Monday, May 12th at 9 o'clock at the courthouse and will be closed Thursday of this week for Truman's birthday. The Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors will be holding a special board meeting Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock at the hospital library. At the meeting, after public comments are heard, the board will go into executive session concerning legal discussion with counsel. The Salem Memorial Hospital Board special meeting is open to the public until the closed session, obviously. The federal Real ID enforcement deadline of May 7th, that's Wednesday of this week, is coming up on Wednesday. That's May 7th. Yeah, today's May 5th, so tomorrow's 6th and next is 7th. That's exactly correct. Now, the Missouri Department of Revenue encourages Missouri residents to verify their driver license or identification card is Real ID compliant before Wednesday, May 7th. The Real ID Act was passed by the U.S. Congress in 2005 after the 911 Commission recommended the federal government set new standards for the issuance of identification to achieve enhanced security. A Missouri-issued Real ID compliant driver license or ID card will have a star in the upper right-hand corner. A driver license or ID card that is non-compliant with Real ID will have Not for Real ID purposes in the upper right-hand corner. After presenting the required documents, it typically takes 7 to 10 days for a Real ID to arrive in the mail. The temporary paper ID received from the license office at the time of initiation will not be accepted for boarding domestic flights. If traveling, plan accordingly. Apply for a Real ID is not mandatory. However, individuals will soon be required to present a Real ID compliant document for official purposes, including, but not limited to, entering nuclear power plants, accessing federal facilities, and boarding federally regulated domestic flights. If you plan on flying in the future but do not want to apply for a Real ID, you can present another Transportation Security Administration approved acceptable form of ID, such as your passport. A non-compliant driver license or ID card will continue to be acceptable. Verification for age, identity, driving privileges, voting and registering to vote, and other purposes not limited by the Real ID Act. Missourians can learn more about the Real ID at dor.mo.gov/driver-license/issuance/real-ID/. Well, the following general highway maintenance and construction work is planned in our area through this Friday. Weather conditions may postpone scheduled work. Many projects will include lane closures, which could cause delays. All counties will have moving operations such as pothole patching, brush cutting, and pavement repairs continuing in various locations. Motorists should travel with care and be alert for slow-moving equipment. In Crawford County and Missouri Route 19, roadside work is planned from Missouri Route 49 to Edgar Road. One lane will remain open, and crews will flag traffic through the work zone. In Dent County, 19 roadside work continues at Standing Rock Creek, south of Route N, as part of a bridge replacement project. Motorists can expect intermittent lane closures for the duration of the work, which is expected to be completed by May of this year. Missouri Route H resurfacing continues from Missouri Route 72 to Route M in Phelps County. One lane will remain open, and flaggers with a pilot car will direct motorists through the work zone. The project is scheduled for completion in May of 2025. Route TT is closed due to flood damage at Crooked Creek. Motorists must use an alternate route until further notice. In Phelps County, Route H surfacing continues from Route M to Route 72 in Dent County. One lane will remain open, and flaggers with a pilot car will direct motorists through the work zone. The project is scheduled for completion by May of this year. All work is weather permitting, and schedules are subject to change. MoDOT asks all motorists to buckle up, put their phones down, obey all traffic signs, slow down, and move over in work zones. For more information about MoDOT projects, traffic updates, or other transportation-related matters, visit MoDOT's Traveler Information Map at traveler.modot.org or call their 24-hour customer service center at 1-888-ASK-MoDOT. While at MoDOT.org, you can sign up for work zone updates sent directly to your inbox. Information is also available 24/7 by connecting with MoDOT on social media, including Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Intercounty Electric has vastly improved the way you pay your bill online. It's with the Smart Hub. The Smart Hub lets you manage all aspects of your utility online or from your mobile device, providing easy account access and detailed information on payment history and more. It's easy. Just visit www.ieca.coop, then you create your account and even download your new app. If you have any questions about the new Smart Hub, call Intercounty Electric at 866-621-3679, and they'll be happy to assist you in getting set up today. Have you seen TownScreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use TownScreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. TownScreen in Salem.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Country Mart in Salem has a large selection of fresh and packaged meats, as well as fresh fruits and vegetables. They even have propane tanks and everything you need for a picnic, barbecue, or even just a great day on the river. It can all be found under one roof at Country Mart in Salem. And don't forget to check them out online at www.tcmarkets.com. Country Mart, Highway 3272 East in Salem. They're here to help you save.
Life can be tough. Sometimes it feels like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. No matter what you're going through, help is always available. 988 is more than just a number. It's a lifeline for anyone who's struggling. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or you just need someone to talk to, 988 is there for you. 24/7 confidential support. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to feel better. Reach out to 988. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, Missouri.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Tiger baseball team will be on the road this afternoon to play the Zizzers of West Plains. You can listen to this game live on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and 95.7 FM with the first pitch at 4:30. And Tiger Talk with Coach Tony Edwards at about 4:15. An audio stream will be available. Visit KSMOradio.com to select a streaming platform. The Salem Tiger boys golf team will be in Willow Springs today for the Willow Springs Open. Also in Willow Springs today will be the boys tennis team, who are seeded fourth in the SCA Class 1 District 5 tournament. Their first match will be against the fifth-seeded Willow Springs Bears. There'll be 5 matches today, with the first game to start at 1 o'clock. The SCA tournament for the boys and girls track and field teams will begin today in Mountain Grove at 1:30 this afternoon. St. Louis Cardinals started a new series with the Mets on Friday and lost 9-3 on Friday night. Saturday's game was rained out, setting up a doubleheader for Sunday. In the first game, the Cardinals held off a late Mets rally for a 6-5 win. The late game was just as close, with 4-4 tie going into the bottom of the sixth, when Victor Scott II double allowed Yoel Pojos to score the final run of the game for a 5-4 Redbird winner. The Cardinals will be starting a new 3-game series with the Pirates this evening that you can listen to live on KSMO Radio following the Salem Tiger baseball game. Kansas City Royals and Baltimore Orioles faced off over the weekend in a 3-game series that started with a 3-0 Royals shutout on Friday. The Royals returned the favor with the interest shutting out the Orioles 4-0 on Saturday. Then yesterday, the Royals only had 2 hits that they didn't contribute to their score, defeating Baltimore 11-6. Kansas City will host the White Sox tonight at 6:40. Well, now the saddest news of the weekend sports. St. Louis Blues took on the Jets in Winnipeg for the 7th game of the Tide playoff series. Jordan Kyrou and Matthew Joseph each scored a goal in the first period to give the Blues an early 2-goal advantage. Cole Perfetti responded for the Jets on a power play in the second with a tip-in shot. Going into the third, it was 3-1 Blues when the Jets rallied in the last 3 seconds of the game, a Cole Perfetti goal forcing overtime. It took 36 minutes and 16 seconds of extra play over 2 overtime periods before the Jets' Adam Lowry would score the final goal on the night, ending the Blues season 4-3. And that's been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Good afternoon. Tim Fisher will start with Major League Baseball, where the St. Louis Cardinals will host the Pittsburgh Pirates in the opener of the series at Busch Stadium tonight. The Cardinals coming off of taking 2 of 3 from the New York Mets, including sweeping a doubleheader yesterday, winning 6-5 in the opener before a 5-4 victory in the nightcap. Michael McGreevy picked up the win in the second game, tossing 5 2/3 of shutout baseball in a long relief.
I knew that I think as a reliever, going back to my college days, if you're in the game early, you're probably in there for the long haul. It was nice in the 8th when you're coming in, Ollie and Dusty telling you to finish it, and you know that you got the 9th instead of playing that mind game with yourself. Oh, maybe they'll give it to me, maybe not. So it was nice knowing that early.
Tonight, 6:45 first pitch, Miles Michaelis gets the start for St. Louis. The Kansas City Royals at Kauffman Stadium tonight will open up a series with the Chicago White Sox. The Royals coming off of taking 2 of 3 from the Baltimore Orioles, including an 11-6 victory yesterday, in which they set a team record with 7 home runs, including 2 from Michael Garcia. The Royals and Pale Hose tonight, 6:40 first pitch from the K. Cole Rakins gets the start against Shane Smith. On to hockey, where the St. Louis Blues saw their season come to an end in a Game 7 double overtime loss to the Winnipeg Jets yesterday by the final count of 4-3. The Blue Notes had a 3-1 lead late, but saw the Jets score twice in the last minute 56 to tie it to send it in to overtime. Head coach Jim Montgomery.
As a coach, you try and hope to get your team to reach their ceiling. And, you know, I think we came as close as we can in the last 3 months. I don't think we got there, but that was a great series, and I cannot thank our players enough.
I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Nut Sports.
Oh, the sounds of summer. Please watch for motorcycles. We're all on the same roads. Slow down and enjoy the summer. Simple actions save lives. And riders, please wear your helmets.
This message is brought to you by KSMO Lives.
Helping your inner circle prepare for emergencies can start in many ways. Put together an emergency kit with Wipewall. Create a family communication plan with your tita. Remind Bai to keep a backup battery charged. It all starts with a simple step, telling those you care about to be ready for the worst. So start a conversation and plan for emergencies together. Get more tips at ready.gov/start. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery tool sets. You can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel. Shop online or in store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Stay tuned to KSMO. I've got news from the Missouri Net coming up in 1 minute, and that'll be followed by your latest KSMO weather forecast after the top of the 1 o'clock hour.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
At FCS Financial, we believe that lending should be more. More about relationships, more about opportunities, more about communities. And as a cooperative, FCS Financial's member owners expect more. For over a century, we've been giving just that. We're more than an ag lender, more than a rural home lender, and more than a crop insurance provider. We're a team of ag experts committed to seeing rural communities and agriculture grow while we provide the loans and insurance you need. We also live in your communities, attend the same events, and want to see our neighbors succeed. We're family, here to help and stand strong through whatever comes. Visit myfcsfinancial.com or call 800-444-3276 if you want more from your lender, an equal housing lender and an equal opportunity provider.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Townscreen in Salem.
With News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. Despite the Missouri legislature session ending in 2 weeks, many priorities are still up in the air. State lawmakers are up against Friday's deadline to pass a state operating budget. Starting today, student loan debt collections begins for borrowers who were given a break on payments and have not paid since. Ashley Bird reports.
In March of 2020, the U.S. Department of Education paused collections and interest on student loan debts. Repayments restarted in 2023, and now the department is trying to collect non-payments. The defaults could be a sign of financial trouble, according to TransUnion Credit Bureau. The government may take from tax refunds, wages, or Social Security checks. There's also the result of lowered credit scores. Ashley Bird, Missouri Net.
And country singer John Party will perform at the Missouri State Fair in Sedalia on Saturday, August 16th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets go on sale next Tuesday. This is Missouri Net.